My feet were blistering from the harsh rubber of my new school shoes. My ponytail was tied so tight that I could feel the sweat pricking on my scalp. And I had the biggest smile I could muster plastered across my face. And all I wanted was to belong somewhere. My entire life, I've been trying to answer the question, where are you from? Strap in. My dad was born in Brazil to Italian and Scottish parents. My mother was born in London to Pakistani parents. I was born in Scotland, and I've only recently found out that I have Kazakh roots. Combined with moving all across the world, you can understand how, when someone asks me, where are you from? I am stumped. Because no matter what answer I give, it never feels like the full truth. I always feel like I'm leaving something out, a part of myself, a language I speak, a place I've been, a place I'm from. And for a long time, I thought that was wrong. I thought I was supposed to have one identity and one place to belong. So, back to the classroom with my feet hurting and my hair tied tight and a big smile on my face, I was looking around and I was listening to everyone talk, everyone laugh, and everyone belong so easily. And I understood everything. I understood the words, the jokes, the language, but I always felt like I was a little bit on the outside of it. And after many years and many moves, I realized that belonging isn't as simple as just understanding a place. And when I started learning languages, something clicked. Because when I speak French, I don't sound entirely like myself. I'm much softer, much more careful. I think before I speak in a way that I wouldn't normally. When I try my best to speak and understand Russian, I find myself thinking in ways that don't even exist in English. And for once, I was doing something that wasn't new. I've been doing this my whole life, changing myself between contexts and places and between schools. And I think something about that sparked an excitement in me. Because every place that you go, you're a little bit different. And afterwards, you're never entirely the same. And that is exactly what the world needs more of. People who don't just belong to one context, to one perspective. People who can shift between them. Because the biggest barriers in our world aren't caused by borders or by distance. They're misunderstandings. And when we allow ourselves to explore these paths that we've been given, we begin to understand that these differences are only superficial. We're often told to find where we belong, as if there's one place waiting for us to discover. But I don't think that's true. Belonging isn't an emotion, it's not a feeling, it's not a place, it's a skill. And yes, it's one that's not easily honed at all. You have to have courage, determination, and bravery. But above all else, you have to have the willingness to try. It takes a certain amount of grit to put aside your fears, put aside your pride, and sometimes even your dignity, to let these other versions of yourself breathe. There was a study done in the University of Utrecht in Holland, entitled Third Culture Kids, Social Competence and Sense of Belonging. The scientists' central hypothesis was surrounded upon the impact of relocation on these third culture kids. They aimed to find a correlation between frequent relocation and the negative psychological impacts that come with the lack of sense of belonging. The more you move, the less happy you are, because you don't feel like you belong anywhere. In fact, what they found was that as a result of heightened social confidence, These children had the ability to make stronger, faster relationships with each other and with others. They had heightened social confidence, and it gave them the power to value the place and the moment that they are in. Because every version of you, every place that you've been, every language you speak, everywhere that you're from, isn't a contradiction. It's a new horizon for a new opportunity. Thank you for listening to my talk.